The world is a tapestry of stories. Some stories are joyous, filled with moments of laughter, love, and celebration. These are the stories that warm our hearts and remind us of the beauty of life. They are the tales of human connection, of communities coming together, and of the simple pleasures that make life worth living. Others are filled with sorrow. These are the stories of loss, of pain, and of the darker moments that we all must face. They remind us of our mortality, of the fragility of life, and of the inevitable hardships that come our way. These stories are somber, yet they are also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. But there are darker tales whispered throughout history. These are the stories that send shivers down our spines, that haunt our dreams, and that linger in the shadows of our collective consciousness. They speak of ancient evils, of malevolent forces that lurk just beyond the edge of our understanding. Tales of a coming darkness, a figure of immense power and terrifying evil. This figure is not just a myth or a legend, but a prophecy that has been foretold for centuries. It is a figure that embodies the very essence of fear and malevolence, a being whose presence heralds a time of great tribulation. This is the story of the Antichrist, a figure that has been depicted in countless ways, from ancient texts to modern interpretations. The Antichrist is a symbol of ultimate evil, a being whose very existence is a threat to all that is good and pure in the world. The Antichrist is not merely a villain in a horror movie. He is a figure that transcends fiction, a being that has been feared and revered throughout history. His story is one that has been told and retold, each time with a new layer of dread and anticipation. He is a figure steeped in religious tradition. The Antichrist is not just a character in a story, but a central figure in the eschatological beliefs of many religions. He is a being that represents the ultimate test of faith, a challenge to the very foundations of belief. He is spoken of in the sacred texts of Christianity and Islam. Both religions describe the Antichrist as a deceiver, a being who will lead many astray and bring about a time of great suffering. These texts provide a detailed and chilling account of his rise to power and the havoc he will wreak upon the world. The Antichrist represents the ultimate challenge to faith and goodness. He is a figure that tests the limits of human endurance and the strength of our convictions. His presence is a reminder of the constant battle between light and darkness, and the need for vigilance and steadfastness in the face of evil. He is the embodiment of chaos and deceit, a figure destined to plunge the world into a period of unprecedented suffering. The Antichrist's reign is one of terror and destruction, a time when the very fabric of society is torn apart and the forces of darkness hold sway. But the story of the Antichrist is not just about destruction, it is also a story of hope and redemption. Even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of light, a spark of resilience that refuses to be extinguished. The tale of the Antichrist is also a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the unyielding strength of faith. It is also a story about faith. Faith in the face of overwhelming odds, faith that can move mountains and overcome the greatest of challenges. The story of the Antichrist is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, faith can be a guiding light, a beacon of hope that leads us through the storm. It is about the eternal battle between good and evil. This battle is not just a physical one, but a spiritual and moral struggle that takes place within each of us. It is a battle that has been fought since the dawn of time and will continue to be fought as long as there is light and darkness in the world. And ultimately, it is a story about the triumph of light over darkness. No matter how powerful the forces of evil may seem, they can never extinguish the light of hope and goodness. The story of the Antichrist is a reminder that in the end, light will always prevail and darkness will be banished. Join me now as we journey into the heart of prophecy and explore the chilling figure of the Antichrist. Together we will uncover the secrets of this enigmatic being, delve into the ancient texts that foretell his coming, and understand the profound impact he has on our world and our beliefs. This is a journey into the depths of darkness, but also a journey towards the light. The concept of the Antichrist is deeply rooted in Christian eschatology. This branch of theology focuses on the end times. It explores themes of judgment, tribulation, and ultimately the second coming of Christ. The Bible, particularly the book of Revelation, provides vivid descriptions of the Antichrist. He is described as a charismatic leader who emerges from obscurity. He deceives the world with false promises of peace and prosperity. He demands absolute allegiance and persecutes those who refuse to follow him. Some scholars believe the Antichrist will be a single individual. Others interpret the prophecy as a symbolic representation of evil forces throughout history. Regardless of the specific interpretation, the Antichrist represents a powerful force of opposition to God. He is the ultimate deceiver. He seeks to turn humanity away from the path of righteousness. His arrival will usher in a period of great suffering known as the tribulation. This will be a time of unimaginable hardship and turmoil. The tribulation is a central element of end-time prophecy, a period foretold in ancient texts and scriptures. It is a time when the world will be plunged into chaos and suffering, a time of great trials and tribulations that will test the very fabric of humanity. It is a period of intense suffering and persecution, where the innocent will be caught in the crossfire of a cosmic battle between good and evil. Families will be torn apart, and communities will be shattered as they struggle to survive the onslaught of calamities. The Antichrist's rise to power marks the beginning of this dark chapter in human history. Emerging from the shadows, this malevolent figure will captivate the masses with promises of peace and prosperity, only to lead them into deeper darkness. During this time, the world will experience unprecedented natural disasters. Earthquakes will shatter cities, storms will ravage the land, and tsunamis will wash away entire communities. The very elements will seem to conspire against humanity, adding to the sense of dread and hopelessness. Wars and famine will sweep across the globe, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Nations will rise against nations, and the specter of hunger will haunt the land. Starving children and war-torn cities will become the grim symbols of this era. The Antichrist will seize control amidst the chaos, presenting himself as the savior the world desperately needs. With a silver tongue and a charismatic presence, he will rally the desperate and the disillusioned to his cause, consolidating power with ruthless efficiency. He will establish a totalitarian regime, a dystopian nightmare where freedom is a distant memory. Heavily armed soldiers will patrol the streets, enforcing his draconian laws with an iron fist. The world will become a prison, with the Antichrist as its warden. He will demand complete obedience from the world's population, using advanced surveillance technology to monitor every move. Privacy will be a relic of the past, and dissent will be crushed with brutal efficiency. Those who refuse to pledge allegiance to him will face severe consequences. Protesters will be arrested, and those who dare to speak out will be silenced. The price of defiance will be high, and many will pay with their freedom or their lives. These will include imprisonment, torture, and even death. The dungeons of the Antichrist will be filled with the cries of the tortured, and the gallows will be busy with the bodies of the condemned. Fear will be the currency of his reign. The Antichrist's reign of terror will test the faith of even the most devout believers. In secret they will gather to pray, clutching their symbols of faith as they seek solace and strength. Their faith will be their shield against the encroaching darkness. It will drive many to despair as the weight of the suffering becomes too much to bear. Tears will flow freely, and hearts will break under the strain of the relentless oppression. Yet, even in the depths of despair, some will find the courage to hope. But amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope remains. Like a candle flickering in the night, this hope will be fragile but enduring. It will remind the faithful that even the darkest night must give way to the dawn. The faithful will find strength in their belief in God's ultimate plan. They will gather in secret, holding hands in prayer, drawing strength from their shared faith. Their worship will be an act of defiance, a testament to their unyielding spirit. They will resist the Antichrist's tyranny, forming underground resistance movements and staging acts of defiance. Their courage will inspire others, and their actions will be a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. They will cling to the promise of salvation, holding fast to their religious symbols and the words of their sacred texts. These symbols will be their anchor, grounding them in their faith and giving them the strength to endure. For they know that the tribulation, though terrifying, is not the end of the story. They believe in a brighter future, a time when the darkness will be banished and the light of hope will shine once more. The sunrise over the devastated landscape will be a symbol of their enduring faith and the promise of a new beginning. One of the most chilling aspects of the Antichrist's reign is the mark of the beast. This mark is not just a simple identifier, it is a profound symbol that carries with it a heavy weight of meaning and consequence. This mark, described in the Book of Revelation, is a symbol of allegiance to the Antichrist. The Book of Revelation, a cornerstone of apocalyptic literature, vividly portrays the end times and the trials that will befall humanity. The mark of the beast is one of the most foreboding elements within these prophecies. It is a physical mark that will be required for all who wish to buy or sell goods and services. Imagine a world where every transaction, every purchase, and every sale is monitored and controlled. The mark ensures that only those who have pledged their loyalty to the Antichrist can participate in the economy. Those who refuse the mark will be ostracized from society. They will be seen as outcasts, rebels against the New World Order. The social and economic pressures to conform will be immense, pushing many to the brink of despair. They will be unable to provide for themselves or their families. The basic necessities of life, food, shelter, and security, will be out of reach for those who resist. The choice to reject the mark will come with severe and immediate consequences. The mark of the beast represents the ultimate act of submission to the Antichrist's authority. It is not just a mark on the skin, but a mark on the soul, signifying a complete surrender of one's will and identity. It is a rejection of God and a betrayal of one's faith. Accepting the mark means turning away from divine guidance and embracing a path of darkness. The internal conflict for believers will be profound as they grapple with the choice between spiritual integrity and physical survival. The Bible warns of dire consequences for those who receive the mark. The scriptures are clear. Those who accept the mark will face the wrath of God. The warnings are stark and unequivocal, serving as a dire reminder of the spiritual stakes involved. They will face eternal damnation. The imagery of hell and eternal suffering is a powerful deterrent meant to instill fear and caution in the hearts of believers. The consequences of accepting the mark are not just temporal but eternal. The mark of the beast has captured the imaginations of people for centuries. Throughout history, artists, theologians, and scholars have pondered its meaning and implications. It has been a subject of endless debate and interpretation. It has been interpreted in countless ways. Some see it as a literal mark, a physical sign that will be visibly evident. Others interpret it more symbolically, as a representation of deeper spiritual truths and conflicts. Some see it as a literal mark. The idea of a physical mark, such as a tattoo or microchip, has gained traction in modern times, especially with advancements in technology. The notion of being physically branded as a follower of the Antichrist is both terrifying and plausible. Others see it as a symbol of conformity and control. The mark can also be viewed as a metaphor for the loss of individuality and freedom. It represents the ultimate control over human behavior and thought, a world where dissent is not tolerated, regardless of its specific form. The mark of the beast serves as a stark reminder of the seductive nature of evil and the importance of remaining true to one's beliefs. In a world filled with temptations and pressures to conform, the mark challenges individuals to stay steadfast in their faith and convictions. It is a call to resist the allure of easy solutions and to uphold the values of truth and righteousness, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. If you found this exploration of the mark of the beast insightful, please subscribe to our channel and share this video with others. Your support helps us continue to bring you thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching.